Okay, Cancer. Take 4. Take 4. This is take 4. 2 completely recorded videos uploaded that have been deleted now, and a third attempt didn't work out again. So, not really sure what's going on, but I feel like it's part of the message. There's some sort of frustration about having to, okay, let's try this again. Let's do this again. Yeah, all right, so I'm opening up to your spirit team and your angels for these messages. Even though they're just next 3-day messages, I feel compelled to make sure I get it right here for you all. All right, that's actually a good sign. The way that it's coming out is a good sign. There's some sort of space in your life that you've made room now to be filled, whereas maybe there was this feeling of not necessarily blending in, not fitting in, and then so with the Starborn and the orphan here, this is like a lifetime of feeling like you didn't fit in, like you were very different. Your energy could have been very overwhelming to people when you were growing up as a child, because you're the Starborn. So you're here to bring messages to the earth that are quite new, even though we've heard a lot of things be repeated over the last maybe 10 years. These are new concepts to humanity in general, that you bring in with the Starborn. So there can be push against things like that, especially when you're younger. There can be a push against, especially like when a child embodies some very deep truths or knowings. It's I just feel like that has something to do with your childhood here, and then constantly feeling of this being misunderstood. But interesting that the snake here, which is healing energy, can represent shedding the second skin. Maybe this is the 4th skin, though. Like I said, it's a big deal that I keep deleting and restarting these. This is where I'm settling, though, in this energy here, because I feel it. I feel that snake of you maybe not being understood from the orphan energy to it being because of part of this divine warrior that is in you. It's a cause you've carried since you were born. So this could have been like a trigger to some people, or I mean, you could say activation actually, in people, some sort of truth that you embody, that you still embody. Maybe that energy is getting stronger. Maybe the energy of actually fitting in and finding people that are like yourself is coming in here with this divine warrior. So the mystic, interesting, and the Starborn's that's a big energy. So I see the egg cracking on this Starborn. So like you're here embodying this energy for a very long time, and at some point the egg cracks open and there's some brilliant new life like manifestation here for you. I feel like this is connected to your stars. It's connected to the stars, connected to where you're from. So hard to ignore this Starborn card, but for a moment the mystic here actually might be connected, because this is somebody that can daydream to see the world as being something different, their life different. So the concepts might be kind of out there, or they may be a blend of different religions, different ideas that kind of blend together in this and make you a little bit mystical to some people. So I'm thinking you have a very high understanding. You don't allow a box to be put around your spirituality, and that means no boxes to exclude certain groups and things like that. I think you magically can blend things with the mystic is what I'm picking up on that. card. So maybe here, Spirit, give us some more about this. Oil of vitriol coming out. Finding a place where you feel not put in a box, where you feel good. Okay, yeah, sulfur, moving things up and out of your experience that don't belong there. Yeah, could be a fog or some confusion on how to exactly do this. But there is something, so there is something here about needing to say something. This is, maybe it's about a cause, but Cancer has been getting the message to express yourself, and especially verbally, not to hold in how you really feel, has been a message for you all for the last, I'm going to say like month and a half. There's something here about expressing, and sometimes this expression here can be of things that we are not resonating. It's almost like something has come to a boiling point in society and you can't stand back, and you can't just keep it inside. Something here about expressing it is really kind of necessary at this time, and it might be to the sulfur card is moving things up and out of our system, or detoxing ourselves in some way of an energy. And so this expression, or what you have to say, it kind of allows for that process anyway. It's moving energy out when you're saying how you really feel. I feel like how you really feel has something to do about what you feel like is against nature or not right. What you feel like is something that feels unnatural to you. So you have something to say about it. And excuse me with my clearing of the throat. The darkening card has the raven, or could be a crow, but it's holding a pearl down and really squishing this Kundalini snake energy here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go there. Okay, so no matter what, if you're here with a purpose that is to embody the light, then you're in opposition to some other forces, to some other energies, and they see that as maybe you kind of messing with their plan, messing with their job, right? Because it's something that you do. You could say that something you do is quite holy. Maybe not with the typical labels as we're used to, as describing something as holy. Might not even be associated with the church, but what you do is something that brings light and understanding to this world. And so you do have forces that they can provoke, harass. People will call them demonic or darker forces. They can have more access if there's a portal open. And we do that all the time. We do that all the time. They do that. They have ways to come in. Basically, they'll have a way to come in, however that is. They'll have a way to come in, even if it's through just trying to trigger you through another person and make you frustrated. Then the portal is like, can I get that, and can I get that human being into the energy of frustration or triggered or anger, and if I can, then that's my portal to come in and try to influence. So it can be something kind of broad like that, and it can also be some kind of maybe bigger things, such as altering our state, maybe too much, or whatever it is. Like I say, it's usually through like a certain feeling, or trying to get you into a state of lack of awareness. And if that energy can get you into a lack of awareness, then the Kundalini energy stays down. The pearl of wisdom is not released, but you have it. But if it can kind of crowd in on you and make you feel like you're in a dark box and everything is negative around you, then that would be its goal. It's to keep you from shining your light, your mission. It's very... So I see something here about that, and something here about that, maybe even releasing that energy, being released. you coming out of a difficult time, moving up and out, or moving things up and out of your experience, expressing yourself. Definitely, it definitely would be against nature to have a person with the Starborn energy trying to tell them that they have to fit as a certain way or do things even a certain way. That would be uncomfortable, because it's like that's totally against the whole purpose of why you're here, is to do things different. All right, and it's because it's needed, because that heavy energy it can surround everybody. Wheel of Fortune was on the bottom when I was just picking out the deck too, so Wheel of Fortune, a new season, a new cycle. Okay. The Hangman. Is in a position that I don't think he really wants to be in that card. A person who's, they are getting a new perspective, but you're having to sift through all of the energies that are present today. You're having to work through those energies also, and some of those can, like I say, I'm getting that feeling of being held back in some way for a little while, and feeling like, maybe even to question yourself. Maybe if there's something that maybe had you saying, oh, should I doubt divine timing, or should I, something that kind of pushed something off even more than it should have been, but you think it was done purposefully. So this isn't necessarily about waiting. This is about what you're dealing with right now. In a way, I'm seeing this as a little bit of two-part, like sacrificing, and then also limiting freedom of ability to move about the way that you really want to, or invest what you want to invest in. I don't always see that Hangman as limiting freedom. I have a feeling it's describing things that you have been through because of this take 4 energy here. Okay, so Heart and Home is on the bottom. That's a beautiful card. It says happy home, security, love, kindness, family, belonging, bliss, contentment, comfort, established, fulfilled, legacy, boundaries, affection, peace, heart's desire, and longevity. Queen of Disc and the Six of Pentacles for your day one. Day one is when you're watching this, so whenever you get this, or whenever it pops up when you decide to watch it. I have the 6. Whoa, I have 666 in this first row. Yeah, I'm gonna say that there's probably energies that have been affecting balance. Maybe of the Heart and Home, but we see an upgrade here. I see something better coming in. I do see balance coming in, love, harmony, togetherness. And the Queen of Disc, excuse me, the Queen of Disc says it's the matriarch. Could be a motherly figure, or your mother, or it doesn't have to necessarily even be female, though. It can be that the Queen of Pentacles is really good at, like, when they want to receive, they're good at it. So they're grounded, they're resourceful, and finances should be on point here for this Queen of Pentacles, or at least the ability to do it, and maybe even to have a home business or some sort of thing on the side while you're taking care of everything else. She just takes care of everything. She's good at it. Excuse me. Okay, so the sap says resources, needed materials, flow, wealth, essence of life, spring, blood, nourishment, sweetness, grounded, roots, abundant, physical life force. So there's something here about that. The Six of Pentacles is your success with teamwork. Really, it's successful give and take energy here. And yeah. And the repairman actually describes the Six of Pentacles pretty well. And it's a 6-2, but it says many working parts, like to heal or fix or to make something right, to upgrade something. So this is about success. It's usually talking about tangible, like material success, because it is your pentacles. But it has to do with a machine working right. Who you're working with, maybe this is customers, clients. So it's success. Good. We have the Emperor. We have the Page of Swords. So there's some sort of news that this Page of Swords wants to deliver, and it says the activist here. I'm wondering if you're, because like the activist and then right underneath the warrior, you know. So this could be somebody that's standing up for a cause, that's wanting to say something, to pass along a message that's actually quite serious. If it's tied to the Emperor and you're the Emperor, then you stand in authority. You are somebody that people are looking at as a really strong and powerful influence, and they would listen to everything that you had to say. So there's a lot of like respect I'm getting off of that too. I think this is you. I'm taking this as you. I have 50-50 and the biker 27. 427. 50-50 means that there's something that is a choice, that you see the possibilities, that you feel like something could go either way, but it is about saying something and taking a risk on saying that or delivering some sort of news to somebody. But it involves you asserting yourself, so it's like, should you do it? Should you not? Well, you're the Emperor. Yeah, you're the Emperor, okay, and then it's paired with, this is interesting, the biker card, which says lone wolf style or nonconformist. And it also says standing up. So, in swift actions, moving on, but this card is clearly somebody standing up. So, yeah, I think that's the message there with that. 7 of Pentacles for your day 3 and the Ace of Cups. Nice. I have down here the old car and then the curtain call card. Look how many 6s you have in your reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. And if you look down here, it's like 6, 7, 8. So 7 of Pentacles, what we've invested thus far, is telling you to analyze what you have invested, choosing those choices carefully. There is a feeling of something being against your nature that's associated with the old car energy that is overdue, or could be an old habit that dies hard, or something here about family patterns stuck in the past. It is seeing that something from the past that has been repeated is no longer working, is no longer bringing about success. And it's changing that, is what I think. It's changing that, and it's carefully considering different options and different choices. With the Ace of Cups, this is beautiful. This is a new beginning in something loving, in a loving experience. Maybe a love, but might be bigger than, it might be including a lot of other things too, because I have the curtain call says acclaim, fame, recognition, celebrity. In the spotlight. They said the Starborn card it's almost cracked open. So there's something here about like it was developed, your energy was developed over time, and now something is about to open. So tell me about this wealth and success with the 6s here. 6 of Pentacles, the Sap card. Five of Cups. Jeez. Something was disappointment. Something was disappointing. Go with that devil energy. This is either talking about a plan that didn't work out in the past, and maybe a devil energy got in the way, or disappointment, regrets, to anything that this devil energy is associated with. Of course, I said I thought you could be possibly dealing with energies maybe your whole life where there was a little bit more of a pressure or influence on these fearful energies, pushing you into things like vices, like relying on vices to feel a certain way. It's like essentially getting you trapped just so that you reach out to the thing that they provide. I mean, that's what I'm getting off of that devil energy. So there's disappointment, but you can't beat yourself up here, because there was something about your light in the first place. So I think something is coming to you, and it has been a long time coming because of the interference of this energy. But long time coming, yeah, Knight of Pentacle. Taking a while, but progress, right? So what does the Emperor have to say? Death. The King of Cups. Death. Closure, an ending of complete transformation. What else about the Death card? Something completely ending. Maybe there's like something about a system that wasn't working and something's changing with that. Another Emperor, as I say that. So I think that that's something really relevant. Ace of Cups and Temperance are trying to peek out again, saying divine timing, yes, is in play, but this like new love thing, offer from the universe, is coming. But as I say that there's so many things absolutely changing. You're here to write the divine matrix. You're here to write the divine matrix. You're here to overlay the code with your new energy that you bring. So there's a new one. So it's kind of big what the Emperor needs to say. It's big. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords. Bone tired and exhausted, right, with the old card. So when you get the Four of Swords, they're telling you to rest, relax, and if there is old kind of fighting or arguing even around you, to disengage from it. They're wanting you to find the peace within yourself. They're wanting you to connect with spirit more than ever in quiet, peaceful deliberation, solitude, at least for a certain like amount of time each day, to like reset, you know, the nervous system. They're telling you to put your happiness here first with the Nine of Cups, to focus on it, to protect it, and your wishes are going to be granted. They are coming true. Nine of Cups. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. 10-10, I am patient, and then 444, you are protected and directed by the angels, by your spirit team. And why? Because you're kind-hearted. 18, you're open-minded, open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave the world better than you found it. That makes sense with that Emperor and that Page of Swords. So it says, ensure your goals are aligned with the collective highest good of all. I am kind-hearted. Yeah, well, and the angels want to, they've given you a lot of angel numbers today. They definitely want to support you for standing up for this new endeavor, especially with something that you have to say in Emperor mode. It's like you're like you're protecting this door, and this door is to the energy that you bring, right? And so you're protecting it because it opens up like a new way of everything, a new way of living, a new way of experiencing perception, a new way of seeing things, a new way of understanding. It's bringing truth to the center stage, I think. So 111 angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so you can co-create with the universe the life you love. I am creative. And that's what I have for you, Cancer. I do have private readings available. So if you want one, it's in the description box below, the information. And until next time, though, I'm sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me. Bye.